All right, everybody, welcome back. We're going to get into another Bambu Lab printer, just modifications and quality of life things on these. So we're going to go with the P1S and the X1 Carbon, because we do have both of them. One of them is Big Tree external screen. It's real easy to mount. It's actually mounts right in there. Has a couple of different switch options on the back side for power, DC, or also running off the battery if you disconnect it. That's why this shut off, because right now I just have it in DC mode. But just connects with a magnet right into place. And with all of the printers on and everything, you can actually switch between what printers are actually showing up on here on the screen itself. So if you have this detached and you're out and you want to manage or check the status of your printers, you can do that with this disconnected. I think the battery only lasts about 30 minutes when it's not attached. It's kind of an expensive screen to get on there, but it does work. The USB mounts up in here. The USB mounts right up inside here on the inside. It's a little hard to see, especially with the AMS in place, but another modification I made to the printer are these alignment. They're just print plate alignment hooks. They do help out. They're a bit taller than the factory ones and actually slide the plate in and out. Now, not that it was hard to hit before, but these actually, you can feel it when you're off of it pushing over and actually pushing it into place instead of popping up and over like the original stock one does. Everybody knows if you got the AMS desiccant chambers with the hydrometer inside of it, sorry about the glare on there, right, you got to have those in there just to help keep your filament dry. The X1 Carbon set up pretty much the same, obviously just using the factory screen. Inside still has these two mounts, but what I have in there is that white box on that side is actually just a little 150 watt heater. The power cable actually runs out the back panel. I have the back screw loose, and that plugs in and attaches right there, which that is the thermostat for it to turn it on and off. Just turns that plug on and off based off of the temperature signal. Sorry about all the moving, but I have the Temperature Pro right there. It is just zip tied to the end, and I have the cable pushed through the original cable routing, and it goes through and down right there to go out the back. So essentially, if I'm printing ABS or ASA, I can get the inside of this print chamber up to about 55 degrees Celsius on the inside, and I have had no bed adhesion issues with that at all. That is just double-sided taped to the side, and the power button is on the back side, so make sure you have it turned on before you attach it. Anyways, and also too, on the nozzle itself, I do have an aftermarket nozzle for it with removable print nozzles. I do have an aftermarket nozzle on it with changeable nozzle tips, so that way I can go anything from 0.2 all the way up to 0.8, print in different sizes. And that's just kind of another quality of life print improvement on there. One other thing, it's another model out there of just keeping all of your spare parts in one place. I don't use glue sticks a whole lot. Usually I have a couple of dirty plates from printing other things, but it's a nice little case. Need to add kind of redesign this with a magnetic lid to help keep the lid down and everything. But this right here is the backup nozzle I have with the focus. There we go. With the interchangeable tips on the end. That is just another one with 0.04 on the end of it. I picked these up actually on Temu. They have on Amazon as well. They work good. I haven't noticed any difference between this and the factory nozzle. These do have hardened tips on them as well. So you can print all of the hard filaments and more aggressive ones, but it just literally unscrews from the tip, which is nice to be able to do that, to change everything out without having to pull the entire nozzle out to make those changes. But again, just another nice little thing to print out to make life a little bit easier. I do, on the back of this one, I do have the multi-AMS block down on this side. And my tubes run down. I have a couple of connectors here. I could have just connected it all in one, but I didn't want to pull the factory tubes out of the back of the AMS unit. The other one is down on that side because I actually run both of my AMS units underneath the desk. And again, they have the desiccant chambers inside of them with the hydrometers. Not having a good day, folks, and it's not liking the glare. But the bottom ones, those are common colors that I print a lot. If you ever visit our store, we do print a lot of Pokeballs, switch holders, and also ring boxes. We print some dies boxes. Those are going to be in another video, so everybody check those out. Anyways, that's kind of just a quick couple of simple, easy prints just to make quality of life on the printer a little bit easier. And just some simple, easy improvements. Anyways, thanks for stopping in. Have a good night, and we'll see you in the next one.